Hold on to your wallets, folks. Brics is rewriting the rulebook for international transactions. Brics, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has officially unveiled a new demo of its innovative payment system, Brics Pay. This platform aims to facilitate seamless digital transactions among member nations, enabling secure cross-border payments in local currencies. By integrating with existing national payment systems, Brics Pay offers a streamlined experience, utilizing blockchain technology for enhanced security and efficiency. This marks a significant step in reducing reliance on traditional financial infrastructures dominated by the US dollar. Brics Pay aligns with the group's broader strategy to strengthen financial cooperation and promote economic sovereignty among its members. By providing a dependable and inclusive payment solution, Brics Pay has the potential to reshape the global financial landscape, bolstering trade within the bloc. Breaking Brics officially unveils a new demo of its payment system, Brics Pay. Brics, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has officially unveiled a new demonstration of its payment system, Brics Pay. This initiative aims to facilitate seamless digital transactions among member nations, enabling secure cross-border payments in local currencies and reducing reliance on traditional financial infrastructures dominated by the US dollar. The demonstration highlighted Brics Pay's capability to integrate with existing national payment systems, offering users a streamlined experience for international transactions. Utilizing technologies like blockchain, the platform ensures enhanced security and efficiency, marking a significant advancement in the group's efforts to establish an alternative to conventional payment systems, SDL Corp. This development aligns with Brics' broader strategy to strengthen financial cooperation and promote economic sovereignty among its members. By providing a dependable and inclusive payment solution, Brics Pay has the potential to reshape the global financial landscape and bolster trade within the bloc money.it. Brics unveils Brics Pay to challenge dollar dominance. Reuters at Brics Summit, Russia to push to end dollar dominance. Yesterday, Reuters, what proposals will Russia push at the Brics Summit? Yesterday, sources Brics, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, has unveiled a new demo of its payment system, Brics Pay, as part of its initiative to facilitate seamless cross-border digital transactions among its member countries. This payment platform is designed to allow users within the Brics bloc to conduct transactions in their local currencies, eliminating the reliance on traditional financial systems that are heavily dominated by the US dollar. Key features of Brics Pay 1. Cross-border payments in local currencies. One of the primary goals of Brics Pay is to enable cross-border transactions using the national currencies of its member nations. This feature helps reduce dependence on the US dollar and bolsters economic sovereignty. 2. Integration with national payment systems. Brics Pay is designed to integrate seamlessly with the existing national payment infrastructures of member countries. It creates a unified platform for users, making cross-border payments more streamlined. 3. Blockchain technology. The system is likely to employ blockchain technology for enhanced security and transparency. This technology allows for faster settlement times and reduces the risks associated with cross-border payments. 4. Reduction of transaction costs. By bypassing intermediaries such as correspondent banks, Brics Pay aims to significantly reduce the cost of cross-border transactions. This is especially beneficial for businesses and individuals engaging in international trade and remittances within the Brics countries. 5. Alternative to the US-dominated financial system, Brics Pay is seen as a direct challenge to the US dollar's dominance in global financial markets. By providing a payment platform that works independently of the dollar, Brics members can reduce their exposure to US sanctions and other financial pressures. 6. Digital currency potential. There is speculation that Brics Pay may pave the way for a future Brics digital currency, further enhancing the bloc's efforts to establish a financial ecosystem outside of Western-controlled systems like SWIFT. Implications. For global trade, the implementation of Brics Pay could potentially reshape the landscape of international trade within the bloc. With smoother transactions in local currencies, trade between Brics nations could flourish, and reliance on the US dollar may diminish in these regions. For other countries, non-BRICS countries may also adopt this system if it proves successful, particularly nations looking to move away from Western financial systems or those under sanctions. Geopolitical impact. This move aligns with the broader BRICS strategy to promote multipolarity in global economics and finance, lessening Western influence, especially that of the US, in the global financial system. BRICS Pay is in its demonstration phase, and future updates are expected to provide more clarity on its implementation timeline and features. However, it marks a significant step toward financial cooperation and independence for BRICS countries, potentially altering the global financial order. The launch of BRICS Pay is important for several reasons, as it reflects broader geopolitical, economic, and financial shifts that have global implications. 7. Challenge to US dollar dominance. The US dollar has long been the global reserve currency, which gives the US significant influence over international trade and finance. Most cross-border transactions, especially in international trade, are settled in US dollars. By introducing BRICS Pay, which facilitates payments in local currencies, the BRICS nations are taking a direct step toward reducing their reliance on the dollar. This helps insulate them from US financial policies, including sanctions. 8. Promoting economic sovereignty. BRICS Pay is a mechanism for member countries to exercise greater control over their financial systems. It enables them to transact with each other using their own currencies, thus protecting them from currency fluctuations and policies imposed by the US or other Western financial systems. This promotes economic sovereignty, allowing nations to make independent decisions without being subjected to foreign economic pressures. 9. Strengthening BRICS cooperation. Economic cooperation is one of the main goals of the BRICS bloc. By establishing a unified payment system, the BRICS nations can streamline trade and financial transactions within the group, creating a stronger and more interconnected economic partnership. This can increase trade efficiency, deepen economic ties, and foster growth across the BRICS countries. 10. Cost reduction and efficiency. Traditional cross-border payments typically involve intermediary banks, which can cause delays, increased costs, and inefficiencies. BRICS Pay reduces the need for intermediaries, potentially lowering transaction costs and speeding up payments. This is especially important for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, involved in cross-border trade, as lower transaction fees and faster settlements can significantly benefit business operations. 11. Geopolitical implications. The development of BRICS. Pay also carries geopolitical weight. It signals a desire by BRIC nations to create alternatives to Western-dominated financial systems like SWIFT, which is a key tool for international transactions. Some BRICS countries, particularly Russia and China, have been seeking ways to reduce their exposure to US and European financial systems due to sanctions and geopolitical conflicts. BRICS Pay is part of a broader strategy to diversify and de-risk their financial systems. 12. Fostering a multipolar world order. BRICS Pay reflects a larger trend toward a multipolar world order where power is distributed across various global actors rather than being concentrated in the West. This system represents an effort by emerging economies to reshape the international financial architecture and create more inclusive, balanced platforms for global cooperation. 13. Potential for a BRICS digital currency. There is speculation that BRICS Pay could be a precursor to a BRICS-wide digital currency, which would further revolutionize international finance and trade within the bloc. A common digital currency would eliminate exchange rate risks and could promote even greater financial and economic integration among BRICS nations, reducing the dominance of existing global financial systems. 14. Sanction resistance. Several BRICS countries have faced sanctions from Western countries, especially Russia. By creating their own payment systems, BRICS nations can build a resilient financial infrastructure that is less vulnerable to sanctions or restrictions imposed by the West. This also provides a blueprint for other nations seeking financial autonomy in a world where sanctions are increasingly used as a geopolitical tool. 15. Encouraging innovation in payment systems. The adoption of new technologies like blockchain in BRICS Pay represents a push toward innovation in the financial sector. By using blockchain, the system can offer enhanced security, transparency, and efficiency. It positions BRICS as a group of nations ready to adapt and utilize modern technology in shaping the future of finance. In summary, BRICS Pay is a significant step toward reshaping the global financial landscape by offering an alternative to the dollar-based system, promoting economic independence and fostering deeper economic ties among BRICS nations. Its potential to reduce costs, increase efficiency, and encourage financial sovereignty makes it a notable development in the push toward a multipolar global economy. As of now, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, remains a bloc of 5 member countries, but there has been increasing interest from other nations in joining or associating with the group. The idea of BRICS expanding to include additional members has been discussed, and some leaders within the bloc have expressed openness to the possibility of other nations joining. However, the admission process and criteria are not formalized, and expansion decisions would require consensus among the current BRICS members. Factors influencing potential expansion. 60. Strategic alignment. Nations interested in joining BRICS would likely need to align strategically with the group's core goals, which include promoting a multipolar world order, reducing reliance on Western-dominated financial systems, and increasing economic cooperation among emerging markets. Countries seeking to join would probably need to demonstrate shared interests in areas such as trade, finance, and geopolitical independence. 70. Economic size and importance. The current BRICS members are significant players in the global economy, representing major emerging markets. For a country to join BRICS, it would likely need to have a strong, growing economy and be a key player in its region. This would help maintain the bloc's influence on the global stage. 18. Geopolitical considerations. BRICS has a geopolitical element, with many of its members seeking to challenge the dominance of Western powers. Countries that have faced sanctions or political pressures from the West may be more inclined to seek membership or affiliation with BRICS, as it provides a way to engage in alternative financial systems and alliances. 19. Current interest from other countries. In recent years, countries like Argentina, Iran, and others have expressed interest in joining BRICS. These countries see the group as a potential platform for increasing their influence in global economic and political matters. During BRICS summits, there have been discussions about expanding the bloc, but no formal enlargement has yet occurred. 20. Regional diversity. Expanding BRICS to include countries from other regions beyond the current members representing Latin America, Africa, and Asia could broaden its global influence. Adding countries from regions like the Middle East or other parts of Africa and Latin America might increase the group's ability to act as a counterbalance to Western-led institutions. BRICS Plus initiative. The idea of BRICS Plus has emerged as a concept that could involve partnerships with other emerging economies and regional groups without necessarily expanding full membership. This initiative aims to bring in additional countries to collaborate with BRICS on certain projects such as infrastructure, trade, or financial cooperation without them becoming full members. Potential challenges to expansion. Consensus among current members, BRICS. Decisions are made by consensus, so expanding the group would require agreement among the 5 founding nations. Each member has its own economic and geopolitical priorities, and these interests may not always align when considering new members. Maintaining group cohesion. As more countries join, there's a risk that the group could lose focus or become less cohesive, with differing national interests potentially making it harder to reach unified decisions. In conclusion, while BRICS has not officially opened its doors for widespread membership, the idea of expansion is being discussed, and the BRICS Plus initiative offers a way for other nations to collaborate with the bloc. If expansion occurs, it will likely be gradual and based on strategic, economic, and geopolitical considerations. The BRICS began as an economic and political concept aimed at bringing together the world's largest emerging markets to challenge the dominance of Western-led global institutions. Here's how BRICS got started. 21. The concept originates 2001. The idea of grouping Brazil, Russia, India, and China together as the most important emerging economies was first proposed by economist Jim O'Neill from Goldman Sachs in 2001. He coined the term BRIC, without South Africa at the time, in a research paper titled Building Better Global Economic BRICS, where he highlighted the economic potential of these 4 countries. O'Neill suggested that these nations, with their large populations and rapidly growing economies, could become key drivers of global economic growth in the 21st century. At the time, BRIC countries were seen as having the potential to rival the traditional economic powers of the West, particularly the G7 nations: United States, Japan, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Canada, and Italy. 22. First formal meetings and cooperation, 2006 to 2009. While the term BRIC was initially an academic concept, the four countries embraced it as a foundation for greater cooperation. The BRIC nations began engaging in informal diplomatic dialogue starting in 2006, when their foreign ministers met on the sidelines of a UN General Assembly meeting. This marked the first formal step toward transforming BRIC into a political and economic bloc. In 2009, the group held its first official BRIC summit in Yekaterinburg, Russia. This summit was focused on global economic reform, particularly in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis. The member countries emphasized the need for a more equitable international financial system, with greater representation of emerging economies in global institutions like the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. They also stressed the importance of multipolarity in global governance. 23. South Africa joins. Formation of BRICS, 2010. In 2010, South Africa formally joined the group, transforming BRIC into BRICS. South Africa's inclusion was significant because it represented a major economy on the African continent, thus expanding the group's geographic and political influence. South Africa's inclusion was also symbolic of BRICS' intention to represent the interests of developing countries from all regions of the world. This move made BRICS a more representative group, reflecting the aspirations of the Global South. 24. BRICS' expanding agenda. Initially, BRICS was focused primarily on economic cooperation and addressing global financial governance. However, over time, the group expanded its agenda to include geopolitical issues. BRICS nations often discuss global governance, international security, and geopolitical issues. The group frequently calls for reforms of institutions like the UN Security Council to give developing nations more influence. Development and infrastructure. The group has emphasized sustainable development, infrastructure projects, and cooperation in areas such as agriculture, energy, and technology. Trade and investment. BRICS nations have discussed ways to enhance trade and investment among themselves, as well as ways to challenge the Western-dominated trade and financial systems. 25. Creation of the BRICS New Development Bank, 2014. One of the most significant milestones for BRICS was the establishment of the New Development Bank, NDB, in 2014. The NDB, headquartered in Shanghai, China, was created to finance infrastructure and sustainable development projects in BRICS countries and other developing nations. The bank was designed as an alternative to institutions like the IMF and World Bank, which many BRICS nations felt did not adequately represent their interests. Additionally, BRICS also set up a contingent reserve arrangement, CRA, to provide liquidity support to member countries in case of balance of payments problems, further reducing their dependence on Western financial institutions. 26. Annual summits and expanding influence. BRICS holds annual summits where heads of state and government from the member countries meet to discuss and coordinate policies on a wide range of issues, including economic growth, global governance, security, and international cooperation. Over time, BRICS has become a platform for emerging markets to assert their influence on the global stage. The group represents more than 40% of the world's population and accounts for approximately 25% of global GDP. It is seen as an important voice for developing nations in international forums like the G20. 27. Focus on creating alternatives to Western systems. Over the years, BRICS countries have grown increasingly concerned with the dominance of Western institutions and systems, particularly in finance and trade. This has led to efforts to create alternatives such as BRICS Pay, a payment system to facilitate cross-border transactions between BRICS nations, bypassing traditional Western-dominated financial systems. Bilateral trade in local currencies, BRICS. Nations have explored conducting trade in their own currencies rather than relying on the US dollar, reducing vulnerability to Western financial sanctions. 28. Current state of BRICS. BRICS continues to play a significant role in global economic discussions. The group has expressed interest in expanding membership to other emerging economies, and the Brics Plus initiative has sought to bring more countries into closer cooperation with the bloc. While Brics nations differ in their specific national interests and development levels, their shared goals of promoting economic growth, reducing reliance on Western-led institutions, and fostering greater geopolitical balance continue to drive their cooperation. Key milestones: 2001, BRIC term coined by Jim O'Neill. 2006, first informal BRIC meeting. 2009, first formal BRIC summit in Russia. 2010, South Africa joins forming BRICS. As 2014, establishment of the BRICS New Development Bank. In conclusion, BRICS began as an academic concept, but it quickly evolved into a powerful geopolitical and economic alliance, representing the interests of major emerging markets. Its ongoing efforts to reshape global economic governance and create alternatives to Western financial systems highlight its growing influence on the world stage. The Global Currency Reset, GCR, and Revaluation, RV, are concepts that speculate on the revaluation or realignment of global currencies, particularly those of underdeveloped or emerging economies, to establish a more balanced and fair international monetary system. The idea is that some currencies, especially those suppressed by inflation or geopolitical factors, will rise in value to reflect more accurately the wealth and resources of their nations. This revaluation could theoretically lead to significant shifts in the global financial landscape. BRICS activities and goals, including the recent unveiling of BRICS Pay, fit into the broader narrative of the GCR-RV in several important ways. 29. Challenging the dominance of the US dollar and Western financial systems. One of the key drivers behind the GCR-RV speculation is the belief that the current financial system, dominated by the US dollar, is imbalanced and unsustainable. BRICS countries, which are leading the charge in creating alternatives to the Western financial system, share this critique. By promoting the use of local currencies for cross-border trade and reducing reliance on the US dollar, BRICS is actively working to reshape the global financial system in ways that are consistent with the goals of the GCR-RV. BRICS Pay, for example, is a step towards enabling BRICS nations to settle payments in their own currencies, bypassing the need for dollar-dominated financial intermediaries like the SWIFT system. This move is seen as part of the larger trend of de-dollarization, which is a key component of the GCR-RV narrative. 30. Greater financial sovereignty. Both BRICS and the GCR-RV focus on increasing financial sovereignty for nations. GCR proponents argue that countries with undervalued currencies, particularly those with vast natural resources, such as Iraq with its Dinar or Zimbabwe with its mineral wealth, should have their currencies revalued to better reflect their true economic potential. Similarly, BRICS nations are working to enhance their financial independence from Western institutions like the IMF and World Bank. For example, the BRICS New Development Bank, NDB, and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, CRA, provide financial resources that reduce member countries' reliance on Western-dominated lending and monetary systems. The GCR-RV theorizes that emerging economies will regain financial control, which is exactly what BRICS is trying to do through its initiatives. 31. Creation of new financial systems. The GCR-RV is often discussed in the context of new or alternative financial systems that could replace or compete with the existing global structures. This idea aligns with BRICS's efforts to build new financial institutions, such as BRICS, New Development Bank, an alternative to the World Bank, BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement, a system that acts as an alternative to the IMF, offering member countries liquidity support without the political strings often attached to Western financial aid. These new systems are aligned with the broader GCR vision of a global financial reset, where outdated systems like the dollar-based system are replaced by more inclusive, multipolar financial arrangements. 32. Support for emerging markets. A major aspect of the GCR-RV theory is that it will benefit emerging markets whose currencies are currently undervalued, allowing them to prosper and take a more prominent place in the global economy. BRICS, by its very nature, is a coalition of emerging markets working to ensure they have more influence in the global financial order. BRICS initiatives like Brics Pay and the new development bank aim to support the development of emerging economies, which aligns with the GCR/RV belief that undervalued currencies in these regions will eventually rise in value. For example, a successful implementation of Brics Pay could allow smaller nations with undervalued currencies to engage in international trade without relying on the US dollar, potentially increasing the value and use of their own currencies. 33. Shift towards asset-backed currencies. The GCR/RV is often linked to the idea that global currencies should return to being backed by tangible assets such as gold, oil, or other natural resources. This is because fiat currencies like the US dollar are seen by GCR advocates as unstable and prone to manipulation. BRICS nations, particularly Russia and China, have been proponents of moving toward asset-backed currency. Russia and China are major holders of gold, and there is speculation that a gold-backed BRICS currency could be introduced in the future as a more stable alternative to fiat currencies. If BRICS moves toward an asset-backed currency, it could resonate with the GCR/RV idea of a return to sound money practices, where currencies are tied to real tangible wealth rather than purely speculative value. 34. Global realignment of power. Both BRICS and the GCR/RV are concerned with a realignment of global power. The GCR is often seen as part of a larger shift where power moves away from Western-dominated financial and political institutions toward a more balanced, multipolar world where emerging markets have a stronger voice. BRICS, with its focus on multipolarity, de-dollarization, and financial independence, is actively working to bring about this kind of global realignment. By creating new financial systems, fostering economic growth in emerging markets, and challenging Western hegemony, BRICS aligns with the GCR/RV's vision of a world where no single currency or power dominates the global economy. 35. Implementation of the Quantum Financial System, QFS. Some proponents of the GCR/RV also speculate about the Quantum Financial System, QFS, a new advanced global financial system that would be based on blockchain or other secure, transparent technologies. BRICS' use of blockchain technology in systems like Brics Pay demonstrates that they are also exploring advanced, secure technologies for financial transactions. While the details of QFS are speculative, the technological advancements that BRICS is working on may represent a practical step toward this kind of futuristic financial system. Conclusion. BRICS' efforts to challenge the Western-dominated financial system and promote multipolarity are very much in line with the goals of the GCR/RV. By reducing dependence on the US dollar, creating alternatives to existing global financial institutions, and promoting the use of local currencies, BRICS is helping to lay the groundwork for a more balanced global financial system, one that aligns closely with the GCR/RV vision of global currency realignment and greater financial sovereignty for emerging economies. Both movements share the goal of reshaping the global financial landscape to reflect a fairer distribution of wealth and power. And BRICS initiatives like Brics Pay and the new development bank could be crucial stepping stones toward achieving this realignment. Stay tuned as BRICS continues to innovate and challenge the status quo of global finance. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more updates on the future of finance.